everybody? It's your boy MIA here today to talk to you about 5 things you need to know in the market coming up this week. But first, just a quick reminder, we are live every single weekday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, follow us on all the major social media platforms. And now, let's get into it. First, we will be looking at earnings. And we have revved up. We are just about 50% through the S&P 500 with 251 companies already reporting. 52% of those topping revenue estimates and 70% exceeding earnings projections. However, the big AAA, Apple, Amazon, and Alphabet let us down on Thursday. So I think there's some questions going into the rest of these earnings. So that will be first and foremost. That should give us the most immediate impact in the market this week. Secondly, we have Fedspeak. So with the 25 basis point hike last week and somewhat dovish tones coming out of Jerome Powell afterwards, we've seen the market go into a frenzy. But the strong jobs report that we received on Friday, with non-farm payrolls jumping by 517,000 month over month, could make Jerome Powell and the rest of the folks there at the Fed's job just a little bit tougher. So we have him speaking Tuesday, Vice Chair Barr, as well as Governor Waller speaking on Wednesday, and then we have Governor Waller speaking again on Friday. So we will keep an eye on that to see if we have dovish tones coming out of them, trying to reel the market back in, a sign that we could see a little bit of a retracement. Thirdly, we will be keeping an eye on some of those economic reports. Now this, we might not see an immediate impact in a lot of these, like the international trade balance. These are lagging indicators, but cumulatively, when these compound together, they do paint a broader picture of where the market's heading. So we will keep a look on that. Consumer credit for December, another one. This is consumer debt that covers auto loans, credit card debt, and other personal debt. Again, lags behind, but does help paint a picture of kind of where this economy is heading. Then Wednesday, we have the wholesale inventories coming in for December. This covers manufacturing inventory data. Not a great indicator of consumer activity, but it will have ramifications on the future GDP levels. Thursday, we'll get our initial jobless claims. Each week this year, those have come in under expectations. Another thing that's making the Fed's job just a little bit tougher and could point to even more hikes before we see the pause. Then on Friday, we have the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment for February, released around the midpoint of the current month. This report is a collection of data on consumers' attitudes and expectations intended to predict discretionary spending. So another thing, probably won't have an immediate impact. Along with this, the Treasury budget for January. Now this really starts to come into play in March and April, as the taxes are, most taxes are paid in those months, or collected in those months, I should say. But again, something to keep an eye on. With early taxes this year, could be a little bit impactful. Fourthly, we got the international economics calendar with China slated to announce PPI, CPI, and new yen loans. Japan with household spending, employment figures, PPI, and the lending index, and Australia and Eurozone both coming in with retail sales. Again, not immediate impacts, especially on the U.S. market, but these things do paint the bigger picture of where we're at. Germany coming in with factory orders, industrial production, and CPI. And then UK, we get the construction output, Q4 GDP, trade balance, industrial production, and retail sales. So lots of global data that will help us paint the picture of where we stand. And lastly, the central bank action. Not a lot of action, but there is action. Monetary policy decisions are expected from the Reserve Bank of Australia and the Reserve Bank of India. So 2 more rate decisions that we will be keeping an eye on this upcoming week. And that wraps it up. Remember, guys, check us out live each and every day, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will be making money, breaking necks, and cashing checks. Thank you all for watching.